with White Labs, an e-commerce marketing agency. Today's guest is Josh. Josh, feel free to introduce yourself and let our viewers know about your background.
Awesome. Yeah, my name's Josh Brzezinski. I'm one of the co-owners of For Goodness Bake in Calgary, Alberta, as well as one of the co-owners of Veg Hammer, also out of Calgary, Alberta.
Awesome. Well, tell me more about the businesses and the brands.
Well, For Goodness Bake it's a little bakery that's more than just a bakery. We focus strictly on vegan products because here in Calgary, its nickname is Cowtown. So we're not really known for having a lot of foods that are friendly to different dietary restrictions. And my business partner, Sam, has a few different restrictions. And we were talking about just how difficult it is to shop in this town for different restrictions. Either you're going all over the city or trying to find these small boutiques at different markets on different days if they're there. So we wanted to bring just a bunch of different local, very talented small businesses together to be under one roof. And we also have Alberta's only fully plant-based commercial ghost kitchen so that any of our vendors who, if they don't have their own kitchen yet, they're more than welcome to use our space and never have to worry about any cross-contamination. Veg Hammer was one of those companies that was working out of our kitchen and kind of took the business as far as they could. We took it over so that we could continue it and honestly have a little bit of vertical integration with the company to kind of make sure that we always have stock and keep on top of the product the way we want it.
Awesome. Great. Who is your ideal target audience?
I mean, our ideal target audience are vegans, but it's really anybody who enjoys good food. There's always someone in the group that is lactose intolerant, gluten intolerant, egg intolerant. There's always something that someone in the group has that makes them left out. Like, oh, we'll give you the one weird thing. Or when I was working at a medical clinic, we had sales reps come in and bring different things, and I had a halal, a lactose intolerant, and a vegan. And what they brought one time was literally just a pizza crust with sauce and a sprig of basil on it. And it was just like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way to make people feel a little bit more included. So our products are really just great food that anyone can enjoy. We don't have, not every product fits every person, but we have something for everyone.
Great. I'm lactose intolerant myself, so I eat a lot of vegan products.
Yeah, and that's honestly a lot of the lactose people just find searching for vegan is easier because there's way hidden in everything.
For sure. Either you eat vegan or non-dairy, or you suck it up. So,
Exactly. And some people like it's not even that you can just suck it up or take a pill
yeah,
that day. Like it's a lifestyle that you have to work around, and we just want to make it a little bit more convenient for themselves or the people who are shopping for them even.
that's fair. I don't do it in public. What makes you better than your competitors?
Um, some of our competitors are our friends because we do source from different
Yeah.
local small businesses, but our hours are significantly better. We're open every day from 8 a.m. or from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And if you purchase off of our website, for example, for delivery, you're not just shopping for our products, you're shopping for all the products that we carry from all these different stores. So instead of spending delivery fees to get it from five different businesses, you can just get it from us and get one delivery. And we deliver anywhere in the city. And if you know Calgary at all, we're a pretty spread out city. Like it's a good 40-minute drive from end to end on the highway.
Awesome. Do you just service Calgary?
Right now, yes, we are looking to expand. We're looking to franchise actually to
Right.
let other local entrepreneurs grow their market. But yes, right now we're just in Calgary.
Gotcha. Makes sense. What are your best selling food or products?
You know, it changes pretty regularly, but we do have these cookies that are like pretty much the size of my fist, almost in thickness as well. Um,
Wow.
the customers have dubbed them the crack cookies, but they're just a big, soft, fall apart cookie. I often describe them as like what you remember a cookie was as a kid, whereas just like you
Mm,
need two hands for it. That's a really popular one. Shout out to Eight Cakes for making that. Another really just we get a lot of people who want ready meals that they can just pop in the oven or pop in the microwave. So that's why when I was first describing the business and I kind of stumbled on the we're a bakery, it's because we're a bakery plus plus plus. Like we have sweet, we have savory, we have a little bit of everything.
great. So you kind of just briefly touched on this. What is the future plan for yourself and the brand?
Yeah, so yeah, we are looking to franchise. We would love to have a second smaller location in town that doesn't necessarily have a kitchen, but can still act as a storefront, because we do find a lot of people like to just pop in and see what's available. We also would love to franchise across Canada. Toronto is a market that we really think could use this because they have a large multicultural
Yeah.
um, population there that you know, the vegan food fits in a lot of different cultures, whether it's lactose intolerant or whatever there. So yeah, we're looking to franchise and just kind of build that out. Don't exactly have a timeline on it. When we took over Veg Hammer, that kind of slowed down some of our other processes that we had in play, but yeah.
Makes total sense. What are some challenges that you faced being an entrepreneur in the last few years, and how did you overcome them?
Um, I mean, being a vegan business in Calgary is a beast on its own. We've had people literally throw up their hands and scurry out the door because they didn't want to get the vegan cooties on them. I think vegan as a name, as a brand, also it needs a revamp because it's like a four-letter word to a lot of people. Um, Aside from the vegan aspect, honestly, just being a small business, the time you have to put into it, like we both work 7 days a week. We both put in 6, 7 hours each day at least. Um, and with our business as well, we love that we get to work with local small businesses, but some local small businesses are not prepared for the volume that we need sometimes, and it's it's hard to kind of gather everyone together and keep everything flowing in that regard. Um, Other than that, I mean, we luckily launched after COVID, so that whole thing was pretty well done by the time we started. We were never caught in a lockdown. Um, So that hasn't been an issue, but we did just have a local water crisis. We're just on the last few days of it, so everyone's been really rationing their water because one of our main water lines has been down for 2 weeks, I think now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's put a little bit of a, how do we ration water more than we already do because we try not to be wasteful, being the kind of company that we are. Um, yeah, I think that ultimately answers that one.
You definitely answered it. Um, what has been the most successful marketing strategy that you've seen to promote your brand?
For us, targeted marketing online.
Okay.
It it if we were just to put vegan bakery up on the street that we're on, which is a pretty major street, we would get a few people, absolutely, but the vegans aren't a regional group. They are spread out throughout the city in all different pockets. So being able to find them in their home via Instagram marketing, Google advertisements, whatever it is, um, being able to find them off of the keywords is 100% the way to go for us.
Great. What advice could you give an entrepreneur that's looking to start a brand in 2024?
Be prepared to put in a lot of work. It's not like you just start something and everyone is totally on board and you don't need to get out there and pound pavement and make connections and really make sure that your product is worthy of the customer. People are pretty smart nowadays. They do a lot of research. They have a lot of ways to um, you know, price shop, and price shopping is a big one in general right now. So um, it's really just about making sure your product is a good quality, a good price, and that you're prepared to put in the work to do it. It sounds simplistic, but it's harder than it seems for a lot of people.
100%. Josh, I appreciate you coming on and talking about your story and your brand, and thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect.